Testing a new defensive strategy. Welcome to Still Plays. This is Grand Arena, the first match, second week, season 81. The other day we put out our latest video, the defensive meta review, where we looked at the week one strategies, what teams were working best, and we've adjusted our defense to follow suit, at least a little bit. There's probably not going to be as much drastic changes as some in the past because the nature of this set of datacrons is impacting things a little bit differently than previous sets, which were a little bit more powerful. This is much more about the level 6 abilities than the level 9s. Here's a look at last week where we went 2-1. I should have won the first round. That one I got timed out on. I only gave myself an hour. I'm hating this new schedule that CG's put together. This makes no sense, I think, for most players. I'm busy during the week. Being able to fit two of these matches in is a pain. It was a lot easier to do two on the weekend than two during the day or the evening sometime. This I really hope to change. Or maybe it's easy for other people. Maybe your weekends are a little busier than mine are. But we went 2-1. First round, this one was going fine, but we clocked out. My defense did fairly well. He lost to Balin versus Balin, but I had Hondo. Hondo makes a big difference with Balin. Like, way better than Merrick, because what Hondo does is he throws down that captive and he starts messing up the mechanics of the squad. Then he's doing pretty good. It's good to know that Maz Kanata is taking down Palpatine, but I think there's going to be a modding aspect of that. I've been a little hesitant to try it myself. You can see in this first match, I was lazy and didn't put down crons on everybody. I did on a few teams, but we did get more holds. Here we have Jedi Master Mace standing up to Bo-Katan. That's with that Deepa Cron. We also have Kelleran getting a hold up against Great Mother. That's a great result. And it's actually something I considered because Kelleran is actually getting better results than Mace right now. Like, the best team, if you check out that defensive meta review video, it's the best thing we're doing right now, so I suggest checking it out. But Kelleran and Jocasta is better than Jocasta with Mace. The problem is, if you take Jocasta, or not, no. Kelleran, Jocasta, and Temple Guard. But the problem is, if you take Temple Guard from Mace Windu, then Mace Windu is useless, at least on defense. Then he was done at that point, or he couldn't clear the lower territory. He did not full clear. Second round, this one I gave myself actually less time in this match. I gave myself like 45 minutes, but my defense held. No, actually, he could have played. No, this guy just didn't play seriously. Looks like he did Darth Revan up against Kelleran. This Lumicron on Kelleran got 2 holds last week. The problem is, it's a really good cron on Rey, so I've moved it over to Rey this week. Because also the mechanics are Kit Fisto and Cam function with this Lumicron, which is why I set it up the way that I did. But I wonder if we should return to that, because we did get 2 holds with it. Then Cassian here, Great Mother is failing. And then this last guy, minimum battle, can't get any results from that. And I don't know when the camera went out of focus, but we're going to move on. Today's opponent is Raglach. It's almost like Klingon. 16.1 to my 14.2 million GP. So this is a strong account. You can see Zetas, he's got 35 more. Amis, he's got 12 more. With the relics, he's fully relicked. His tiers at 2514, that puts him at number 1 in the bracket. So this is the strongest account in the bracket. You can see that with the tier totals, where he basically doesn't have any below tier 5. And then it doesn't really matter what these look like because he's got 17 tier 10s, which is far and away the best in the bracket. Second place is 7. Modding wise, 1794 to 20. So he's got a whole bunch of 6-dot mods, but we're actually edging him out on the top 25 average, top 500. We're also beating him, and you see the counts. Like we've got more 25 plus. We have more 20 plus. The only one we're behind on is the 15 plus, and that says he's just wasting a lot of his mod resources in 6-dotting mediocre mods. Whereas I've been a little bit more judicious with mine, and I've got better mods at half the cost. Datacrons, he's got 38. That's number 1 in the bracket with the level 9s. I'm at 34. The rerolls at 65. I wanted to do more rerolling though. I did not do enough rerolling. I meant to go back and reroll, and I didn't. So we're gonna have some substandard crons. The modding on the GLs looks pretty good. I'm actually winning on a number of them though. We got Melgus tripled at 297, Starkiller tripled at 283, which is not great. We got a tripled Afra 306, tripled Swolo 262, tripled on Third Sister, Malicos, Baudelaire, Bane, Jar Jar, Cadme, Jocasta, Luthen, all tripled up. Exile, Dre, and Balin all tripled. He's just basically has everything. So that's looking good. And these, we're gonna look for Darth Revenant, 300 speed. Everything's strong. Checking out the quality here. This guy's a spender, so we're gonna expect the era characters to look pretty good. Yeah, 127. I'm surprised he doesn't have Rada at 127. I mean, not that it's really going to matter in a couple days, but it's just that would have, to me, I would have thought would have been the priority. Maybe at the higher levels, though, the squad gets the better score. I haven't really been paying attention to that. Now, looking for Darth Revan, right there. That could be shallow. We did not scroll too far. That puts him at 70, which is right around where I am. I'm at like 68 to 72, somewhere in that range. So we're basically even. It's really going to come down to specific characters, like his Melgus or Jedi Knight, Third Sister. They're all characters that could be a little faster, but nothing's looking like problematic. Well, Padawan Obi-Wan, that's one I would easily make over 300 speed. Deepa, Starkiller, even though mine's at like 298 or whatever, but I'm closer than he is. There's a few in here, but that Maz, I wonder what my Maz is at. All right, let's get in here. It's 11:40 almost. I want to go to bed. I've got a meeting in the morning. That's why we had to do it at night, because I know I'm not going to do it in the morning. Now I have made some changes to my defense, and I'm realizing now I've made a mistake. We'll talk about it in a moment. But this is based on the defensive meta review video that we put together, where I looked at which teams were performing well and I made some changes. So I added Jabba because with some of these crons, Jabba's performing better. Lord Vader is one of the top performing teams, particularly, my guess is it's with this cron with the level 6 of the debuff mechanic, because I was using that to beat Stranger all last week. And that's actually the mistake I made, because I did not double check if I have a Stranger counter. And that might put me in trouble, because like I might need like Satel Shan to be my Stranger counter, and I might not have one, because Lord Vader is what I was using. Then I have the ISB. They're not great, but I wanted to give them a shot. Cobb Vanth, also not great. Like, there's not a ton of great defensive teams with the current set, at least with the data that we were seeing. Got Palpatine, Sortie, Ahsoka, Jango, Rey with Lumi. And then back wall, we've got Bad Batch, Cass, Cadme, Jar Jar, and Mace. Now a couple of these like Bad Batch and Jar Jar, they didn't even really have any data, but I threw them on defense because at least there's a lack of familiarity, which might introduce some mistakes. I'm kind of hoping this opponent doesn't take things too seriously, because for him to be matched up against me might mean this is a 3v3 hater. Now what do we got? Pelp, Afra, we got DTMG, Ray, and Darth Revan. Not too bad. Depends on this lower territory, where we are looking at Jabba, Qui-Gon, Tuskens, Pirate Hondo, and Ahsoka. And I just checked. This does look like what he did all last week, which means no stranger on the back wall, so I'm not in trouble, and I think we can clear this. The only issue is relics might cause some problems. But I think the adjustments we make this week... Here's the tough part. I was just checking some of the results here for Stranger, or up against Ray, because I did drop that once, maybe even twice last week, but one of them I didn't make enough progress. One, I think I did make enough progress, but I still needed to clean up. It looks like it's still my best option to do Stranger, so we're still going to use Stranger. I was considering doing something different here, but it doesn't look like that's going to be viable. And I think we're going to start with that. I'd like to know where we end up. I also considered Afra for a moment, because she does perform well on defense right now. Not amazing, but better than a lot of other options. So we got this. We can go Tackercron. And what do I want? Do I think this extra offense is what I want? I kind of do. I kind of do. Otherwise, bonus damage with debuffs? I'm gonna go with this. And alright. Let's go full screen. I didn't have too many of these last week. Some of them were on defense, so I didn't really get a feel for this part. Alright, can we get a stun on Swallow? Okay, we get a stun over on Swallow. I'm gonna dispel here. Okay, there's our damage immunity. We're gonna switch over now to Lumi. Damage immunity triggered there. There's that AoE, which was causing some issues last week. Alright, can we take out Lumi right now? Alright, she's gone. There's that damage immunity. I mean, this is going way better. I think this is a cron choice that's doing it. But the problem is I was right there. That's what the Lumicron does. Okay, we got through. We made enough progress quickly to not have to worry about it. Okay. Now, what I would like to do, we're gonna goof around. Like we're either going. He's either not gonna play and I'm gonna win, or I'm gonna lose. I don't think there's a scenario where, like, we both play and I win. I don't. There's no way that I'm winning a banner battle up against this guy. All that to say, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try some things. And one of the things I wanted to try was adjusting my play with this counter, because I won it last week, but I think I could have done it better, and I also had to get lucky with the Rancor eating the summon. We're not doing that. So support allies, recover protection. Is that good enough? Do I really want to take that from Tarful? Because I might want to play around with Tarful versus an attacker Kron where he does do a lot of debuffs, or I just do this. Or 10% offense. It's only 2 turns. We're gonna do it. I would have done the support if I had more. I'm bringing him out first. I think that's one of the changes I wanted to make. Do I have... Okay, audio's on. Everything's looking fine. Alright, we AoE. Now the big thing I didn't want to do was use IG90's special when it's IG90's turn. So we're getting some attacks. I didn't already do it, did I? Did I do it? I feel like this is going terribly. What do we got going on here? Okay. These ability blocks are causing problems. Does he have that? Okay, tank. Okay. Don't die. I gotta survive my revive. Come on. No! Alright, fine. Okay, so that's not going to be foolproof. Let's do the ones that I have a plan for. Do I just keep using these attacker crowns? It's feeling like a yes, because I did make sure to grab a whole bunch of them. Alright, what do we got? Get to the 5 stacks. This is also why my Pirate Hondo team's not on defense. Without the proper crons, I just don't think they're worthy of being on defense. They can just be too cheaply countered. Okay. Start working up over here. Chuck it. Get to our 5. And next time it's Maul's turn, right now, we just start pounding away. Oh, you know what? Silo episode 4 is gonna premiere in 10 minutes. Am I staying up later? We'll see. We'll see if I can stay awake after all this. Okay, this... Is this a Seabane situation? I think we change... If I change it up, though... Because what I'm counting... I'm kind of counting on... No, I think we can do this. Because I was... Leia, I would be doing Lord Vader. Seabane... I guess, where would I be using SLKR? Is there a specific team I was using SLKR on? And actually, it doesn't look like I was. So we are going to do... What do we got with attackers? Let's do this one. This should come up with SLKR quite a bit. All right. We're gonna swipe right over. I looked away before I noticed the taunt moved up, activated. Just a little bit of a waste. All right, let's get a stun over here then. So we're not... Oh, we're being a little imprecise with our play. Oh, you know what? We can't get any assists, so let's just go over here. And we'll do it. Ultimate. Ooh. Alright, let's stun. I want to neutralize him. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get rid of that. We're playing this terribly, and it's going to cost me. Those first early mistakes. I'm just going to do it. Give me another ultimate. Alright. So take those hits. We're going to drop into our ultimate. Now we're inflicting some hurt. I'm gonna do this. Okay, there we go. 1. We can get rid of the taunt. Awesome. I think we're gonna die though, or time out before we can get this handled. Can we get to another ultimate? $80. 85. 95. Alright, we're gonna drop into this. We can auto from here. Come on. No! I mean, that was all my fault. Okay. I'm in the red. I think we can just JMK this now. I did not have the Ugnaught Kron last week, and I am realizing now I can't use it today. Because my Hondo is on defense. Didn't bother to read that. Alright. You and you. We don't need to use anything too good here. What do we got? Light side. Alright. We're going to go with the one shot of Chrysanthemum to start. Now start working on that ultimate, try and make as much progress before Chrysanthemum taunts. See him in a minute. Here he is. Alright, it'll be another turn or two before we get that to 100. Alright, let's get damage immune. Come on. Yeah, take a shred. Alright, ultimate. Okay, good attacks out of turn, and gone. And now, let's go with the damage immunity. I'm gonna hold back on this. I might be a turn away from. Okay, good. That's why we held back. 'Cause I thought I had one in the pocket. I thought maybe a turn away or available. But I didn't need the reset. I can do it now, and you can get doubled up on those shreds. I guess it doesn't want to give it to me. Why should it? Okay. I think we're charging. Oh, come on, man. I guess we weren't charging, but whatever. Now it's time to charge. No, that's not a good move. This is what we need to do. Because we need to cycle back through those cooldowns faster, so it's definitely in my interest to use that first. Okay, we got triple shreds on Chrysanthemum. This clock is getting low. Alright. We have taken so long, this has got to be Crown related, this has taken so long that we are in danger of being rancored. I gotta... Okay, good. Alright, we're gonna auto, and I'm gonna take a look now at what is going on here. So tank allies gain retribution, support allies... What? That must have just been Relic Delta then. Because that was taking a lot of work to make progress. Probably impacted Afra too. Alright, this, and we did Jabba first because that impacts me doing this. Because I would have used this as like a Java cleanup. Otherwise, yeah, it looks good. Alright, clear the foresights. Take down Qui-Gon. We'll clear that foresight. Oh, I guess can't. Basic. Eat 'em. We'll inflict. And then what Tuskens were those? Okay, so standard one. You know, my opponent's history, they used Great Mother, and I think I'm going to follow suit. Although, I don't have as good of one as was documented in the history. I don't even have a good enough one to use proper crons. Alright, let's just use a random dark side one. No, those Sith ones are valuable. We'll take this. Take it, this is gonna mess up the revive. So you're gone. I'm gonna hold off on that ability. But is this one gonna keep coming back? Or that messes up the taunt. Oh no, okay. No, the taunt's still there. This is why I saved that ability. Better to do it when he's doomed. Although Morgan can ignore taunt, right? So maybe that's what I should be doing. Oh no, she can go towards doomed. I want to doom somebody. Alright, we're gonna have to do some nonsense. Like, is it gonna be next time I take him down? Maybe I'll get lucky with being able to doom somebody who matters? Or is he just gonna stop coming back? Here we go. That's what we need. And I can just... Good. Okay. Okay. Am I gonna need to bring something real in to beat Ahsoka though? That's what's gonna be annoying. Okay. All right. What kind of stats are we looking at here? Defense, health, crit, avoidance. You know what? We could probably just do Balin, right? Let's just do that. If I have him on offense, then that might mean I don't have Hondo on defense. Because I would have had them with Hondo. I thought they were on defense. I must have taken them off. They were one of the teams that took off. Let me just set auto. Is this defense gonna mess things up? Do I need to take over? I don't trust you guys. Because without Exile and without Krons, this should work. That's 2 armor shreds. Get a big kick in. We got debuffs. Our soldier fortune stacking higher. Do I have a stealth next? Got our taunt back up. No, next turn is the stealth. That's gonna help keep everybody alive, and I might trust the auto if I'm under stealth. Three armor shreds. Big kick. feeling very vulnerable. Come on, give me something good. AoE. Hit. Don't. No! I'm just gonna bring in Seabane, aren't I? Okay, good. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. So he's got a Bastila JML thing. Was I expecting that? I mean, that can be our Bane or our C. Qui-Gon with this. Is it even a good one? It's not even a good one. Alright, let's just start now. Wait, let's check for Hondo. Do I have Hondo? I do have Hondo! Oh my god. Okay. Then let's do that right now. Let's have some fun. So that's a front territory thing. We can do... Ugnaught beats Palpatine. So you... let's just write that in. I don't even know where you are. Ugnaught. Ezra. Yeah, so support ally, I didn't like a bonus turn. Alright, if Hondo, Ezra, allies, no gain following. Start of each turn, Hondo has more stacks of ransom than Ugnaught. Ugnaught and Ezra gains ransom stacking. Can't be copied, etc., etc. Persists through defeat. Whenever Ezra assists, dramatic entrance. Strongest ally who doesn't already have it gains frenzy. Okay. Ugnaught using a basic dispels allies assist. When he uses a special, they're going to cleanse. No, dispel buffs fracture. Start of the battle. Protection, backup plan, that's with the revive, so that's with the persisting. And we get some stuff. Alright, sounds good. So let's throw Captive onto Vader. We can call Ugnaught for an assist, because when he uses his basic, he calls a bunch of assists, so we got that big chain attack. Now we can fracture Palpatine, or we can try and take Palpatine out. What else does this do? AoE with a stun. I kind of think I might want to keep the fracture in my back pocket. Awesome. There's the backup plan. Kept him alive. And now I will fracture. Palps is gone. I should be going after Vader. I don't know why I'm getting distracted with this other stuff. Here's our assists. Keep calling those assists. There's the hatred, more assists. Awesome. Just great. Love it. Love it. Now we're looking at Darth Revan, Zerg, Afra. Okay. I think I can just Bane. We'll just Bane this. So let's go Sith, Bane. Do you have a Dooku Crown? What if we do Maul instead? No. Or we do this. Because maybe we do something with Dooku later. And it's not like this really matters. I'm surprised if he's using this. Because Bastila should be with Satel. Alright, we do our AoE. Okay. It's just auto. Alright, I want to cover anything? What have we been doing? Did I watch anything? What have I been watching? Oh, I watched Backrooms. I loved it. But I'm also the type of person who's going to like it. One thing, though, that did annoy me as somebody who works within architecture, who studied architecture, that guy did not go to school for architecture. He was like the drawings he was making, the sketches he was making. Chiwetel Ejiofor, what he was sketching, those are like intro to architectural drawing kinds of sketches. They were like, this is how a cube changes in perspective in relation to a horizon line. That was like, could not be more basic. I was a little bit like, this guy, if he's an architect, he would not sketch like that. There's nothing compelling about those sketches. It was just rectangular blocks and shading. It's not even how somebody who draws sketches. Like that's how like when you first begin drawing, what you are sketching. That pulled me out a little bit. But the rest of it, I enjoyed quite a bit. I don't want to say too much about it, because I mean, most of you, I imagine, would have seen it, but not everybody. How do I want to approach this? Here's what I'll say about it. The movie starts small. It starts getting bigger and more compelling as it's exploring this thing, and I haven't watched the YouTube stuff, so I didn't have that other context, or at least I hadn't watched it prior to watching the movie. I'm not going to time out, am I? Alright, if we time out, we time out. I'm getting a little concerned now. Okay, so the movie starts small, gets bigger, starts exploring this world. I thought it went a little quick through that. I could have spent a lot more time seeing a mystery unfurl in relation to that. Just fantastic. But then, like, he brings in some other characters. That all gets wrapped up a little too quickly, a little too conveniently. I could have used a little bit more tension there. And then it gets very small again. I won't say why. I'm not going to get into all that. But once it starts filling in some of the story, filling in some of the mystery, it shrinks the story down. And that I don't even know if I would call it a critique, but it's just, or it is a critique. I don't know if I would consider it like a negative, a criticism, a negative. It's just, you kind of get big and then you go small. at a time when I wanted to feel more of the world. Can I gas this, or is she gonna mess it up? I think we can gas this. She might mess it up though. Cause like I think in 5v5 she kind of messes it up. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going before I feel compelled to drink some coffee. I guess let's just grab this. I'm not going to use Mace Windu for that, right? Oh, and I've been watching The Agency. Just making my way through that show. Although, like I've watched through 5 episodes, and I've just kind of lost some steam for me. Maybe I feel like it's maybe taking too long to hit certain points. Alright, so we're down. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Because see, we faced this before. I was kind of sure that I faced this before where Clea messes this up. Okay. Yeah, it's the fear component. I knew I had faced this before. I should have checked this. Yeah, that was a waste. Okay. It's concerning that it looks like Mandos are my only shot and they're not going to be guaranteed, but we're going to go with it. I think we got to do a Tachycron. Alright, so we're blinded. Lots of blinding. Getting some hits. Don't like it. Damage immunity. Now we're blinded. So I can't land the armor. Well, I don't even have a choice about it anyway. Well, let's hit Saw. This is not going great. Okay. Damage immunity. She's feared up, so I'm gonna go with a heal. Get that healing immunity off of her at least. Okay. Fear is gone. Let's go mass. Okay. Throw it. He's gone. Does he have a revive? Okay. Alright, you get to damage. We're gonna lose him. Alright. We're going to be more careful with that team next time. I think I only saw it once in that last week, so kind of just... And I may have had good things available. And I guess I did. Is this going to mess up Treya? Is this going to mess up? I think I faced it last week and we were fine. Alright, we do our attack, we go over here, and we'll increase... I don't even know if we got anything. But we can isolate, get rid of that taunt, bring our attacks back to where they need to be on this shield generator. Down to 10. Yeah, 8, 6, will increase 5, 4, 2, 1, gone. I'm gonna hit Phalanx because he's looking pretty vulnerable. Well, everybody's looking vulnerable. Oh, you know what we can discuss? The new characters, the next era. I am so excited for the next era. This is like everything I've wanted in the game. It's like CG finally figured out who their player base is. A bunch of 30 to 40 something guys who grew up with like the legends, and we don't care about all the new stuff. I don't need Mando Grogu tie-ins. I do need Darth Jar Jar. I am so excited for Darth Jar Jar. It's all I've ever wanted in this game. I'm so excited it's finally happening. You know I'm going to be investing in that squad. Everything. I'm the guy who's excited for Jackson. I think it's so cool they're adding him. Alright, let's get a couple attacks. Alright. I'm gonna have a good dash squad. Give me a space bunny. Come on! This is great. Let's see. Where are you at? All right, we get a little bit of that. Do I take away bonus turn? Do I think that's worth it? Or do I want to potentially just play around with Maul later? I kind of just want to play around with Maul. Which means... I guess. Let's just take that. We're going to leave out Fallen. Unlike every other time where I included Fallen and we just lose her pretty quickly. Alright. Clear that foresight. We would have received bonus turns had we used the other Kron, but I kind of think I might want to use Maul. Oh, man, that did nothing. Okay, that's a drain. There we go. Got 2 turns on Malik. Where are we on Melgus? Next turn. Awesome. That should do it. Oh, come on. I should have done the drain. Just go down. Just go. I don't want to. Okay, good. Alright, next turn of Dark Deception. We can do Drain Life now. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, so Ronan, very happy to see him. I think I'm going to rewatch the Star Wars Visions. Well, that episode of Star Wars Visions. I didn't even finish it. I kind of petered out on Season 2 of Visions. I watched all of Season 1. I just need more of that Ronan. Like, I've got... Well, they're out of reach now. I got, like... I have all the Lone Wolf and Cubs. All, like, the little mini one. The Dark Horse Comics ones. Stuff is fantastic. Alright. Yeah, so Ronan, super excited for. Really, the only one I'm not excited for is Darkside Yoda. That does nothing for me. I didn't need that. But if I need to take Darkside Yoda in order to get everything else, fantastic. Do I have Kelleran, or did I leave him on defense? There he is. Okay, so Kelleran, I need Galactic Republic Jedi. Is it... Who was I using, though? I wasn't using... I guess I can use Jocasta. Alright. Yeah, let's use that. I haven't done this in... Ooh, is... Kix... Oh, you know what? He messed up. Because this is when they had the Kix Crown or the Cody Crown, whoever it was. This isn't a thing anymore. This needs to be changed. Oh, you know what? This is the wrong team. I might lose just because this is the wrong team. It needed to be Qui-Gon lead. We might be okay anyway, because this isn't... He's also doesn't really have a team. I wonder if I should be changing my target, though, because this is no longer the team I wanted to be using, and the mechanics I was intending to be using. But it appears we're fine, because he can't revive Krex. Alright. Oh, I thought we were up top. Okay, so we got 3 teams left. One of them... And we got 4 GL... Oh my god. Are we gonna have any fun? Let's just do... this to negate the Kron and not have to worry about it. I guess I could have soloed this, couldn't I? Oh well. Okay, shred them up. Alright, cleared. Is there fun things? Have Pirate Hondo. We're just gonna wrap this up. I got Silo to watch. Oh, that's some. We can talk about Silo. I'm not gonna get into it too much. Just to say, I think. Oh, we talked about it in the last video. There's nothing really to add. I feel like I need to rewatch season 2. The show has not sunk its teeth in. Can I auto this? This might take a minute. Yeah, so do we want to address any of the other characters? Mara Jade looks to be cool. Oh, the Luke Starkiller, that one I didn't need. That's another one I didn't need. Mara Jade, I can take. Ronan, absolutely. Jackson, absolutely. Darth Jar Jar, absolutely. Oh, and wasn't there like a stormtrooper? The stormtrooper that I could have done without. But whatever. We're having a fun little season to boost a bunch of different squads. We have Luke working again with not Princess Leia, but Jedi training Leia, shifting the JML team around. It's all good. Which might mean some fun mechanics. Is this really going to take the entire time? You got Relic 8. Kind of Kron. Tank ally. We're at 32 stacks of whatever. We're starting to make some progress though. I think the next mass assist should do it. No, that's when he's recovering. Okay. Alright, we're increasing. Hit that stagger. We get a little stun. There we go. Still took over 3 minutes. Yeah, the way this guy played last week was his first 2 matches were 500 whatever banners, and then he played the final round. So we're hoping for a similar result. He might also be the type that will get discouraged if he realizes it's going to be a bunch of work. Because he does look like a 3v3 hater. Which I don't get. I do not get. Because to me it's like, it's the same stuff. Keeps things fresh. Alright, we got it. Let's auto. Oh, we can do some fleet. There we go. It's easy. Oh, like a little too easy. What's the hardest one here? I don't even know what to call the hardest one. We're gonna go Empire. Old school Chimera squad. You know, it's kind of time for CG to be introducing some new ships, because if they're going to introduce a capital ship, they got to start dropping the next fleet. And we've talked about it before, we have a video about it. The only fleet that even makes any sense would be a pirate fleet for a new capital ship. Because there's other ships you can add, but those are ships to do like more rebel stuff. Like you can add, like Luke's X-Wing is, to me, is just like boosting the Home One squad. That's like if you wanted to turn the Home One into a meta squad, you introduce Luke. Then you can have like an X-Wing squadron. But there's things you could, like, with pirates, there's a couple things you could do for capital ships. One, Gorian Shard with whatever his ship is called, with Pizza the Hut. You have him with his ship. That's easy. Or another. Are you serious? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I brought out Interceptor and not the Defender. Why did I do that? You know what? We're gonna stun Falcon, because Falcon's the actual threat. Okay. Awesome. Remove. I'm a little concerned about the ultimate. Okay. We're good. Boom. We misplayed that. I needed to bring out Defender first, and we were just talking about other stuff. Alright. What is going on with all this weird stuff? I mean, I guess technically they could mess up some of this with what's his face, with the bomber. So maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But it's also like such a big meta thing that once we take care of the bomber, we don't really need to worry about anything. we got hit with that conflagration. Now we will bring out Rogue One. Normally I would do the first special, but because everybody's flamed up, we're gonna do that one. Boom. Now once the conflagration's gone, we're fine. Were we just assisting anyway with conflagration on? No. Yeah, we are. Alright, whatever. That shouldn't be happening. Alright. Let's do endurance because it's more fun than anything else that's left. And none of you are in a real endurance fleet. I want a real endurance fleet. No, not. I want Plo. Alright, target lock onto Hyena. Let's Valor up. Do the AoE. Turn meter. I'm gonna keep him alive because we don't have a tank out here yet. We'll bring out our tank. Okay. Oof. Yeah, let's do that onto our tank. Just keep that crit hit immunity up. Hyena can get around the taunt, but... Okay, get rid of the buzz droids, gets turn meter. Alright, we took him out. But we no longer have an effective tank. Alright, turn meter over here. You know what, let's AoE. Okay. Our Vulture Droid that was with us at the start is gone. Here's our ultimate. Mass assist, whatever. Falling apart. Was doing the fun thing worth it? I think it was. It definitely was. Alright, we'll see what he does. We're not going to post this until he attacks. I think we're probably good, but we'll see. We got our win, and what I thought was going to happen happened. He did the minimum battle. Based on his game history, that was the most likely outcome of this match. He seems to be a 3v3 hater, so we don't really get any testing of our defense. He did attack one team. He took out Palpatine Vader right down here. Didn't attack anything else. So the changes that we put together from studying the history based on that video, we'll have to see in the next matches. I'm sure we'll get some better results throughout the rest of this week. I mean, it's not even a week. Now we're bridging weeks. God, I hate this new schedule. But we'll wrap up there. That video is going to be right up there in that corner. We'll be referring to it for the rest of this Grand Arena. And then we're going to work on some stuff for Datacrons and other game updates. Thanks for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.